So I think it's insane that that consistency and that humility led to something so amazing for you. You know, there's family members, everyone's going to say to you, you know, you're still on the street, you're still on the street, it's been so much time, you know, what about career, get a job? And there's so much judgment and so much pressure that you get from, you know, people who expect you to live a normal life, right? But
Yeah.
you know, staying committed and being humble and knowing you need to do what you need to do for yourself, I
Yeah.
think that's amazing. I just think
Thank you.
that's one of the most like brilliant things I've heard and I've seen anyone do is, you know, performing at this at a street level for 10 years, having the humility to do that on the street and ask people for donations and do that for 10 years and build up an audience and credibility to get to a stage where now you're performing at Winspear Center, you have a show for Jubilee Auditorium, you had a performance at Rogers Place, your album hit #2 on iTunes chart. So I think it's insane that that consistency and that humility led to something so amazing for you.
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey for me because I certainly didn't expect those things to happen. I had some dreams, but to me they were dreams. Things like playing at the Winspear, playing with the symphony orchestra, opening for Sarah McLachlan at Rogers Place. Those are things that I've been able to do in the last few years that I really thought were out of reach for me and that would take a miracle. But actually, they've fallen into my lap as a result of the very humble work that I did on the streets. And it doesn't have to be as humble as you think. Maybe when people think of a street performer, they might think of someone sitting in a doorway of a store on White Ave, you know, strumming their guitar with a few coins in their case. But that wasn't the approach I took. I wanted to take music to people in a place and time where they had the opportunity to really listen. And so that's why I went to the farmers market instead of just on a busy street corner, because people are not in a hurry to get anywhere. When they go to the farmers market on a summer Saturday, they're going there to enjoy the culture. They're going there to buy expensive organic apples instead of the cheap ones from the supermarket, and to enjoy the sunshine and to see the community. And they want to hang out and they've got cash in their pocket. So it made a lot of sense for me to be there. And honestly, the markets that we have in Edmonton, the two big ones, the Strathcona one and the City Market on 104th Street, which has now moved, and also the St. Albert one. These are big markets. They get 10, 20,000 people on a Saturday. And, you know, where else as an independent musician can you reliably go and play for 20,000 people with no advertising? It was an incredible opportunity to get in front of those people. And of course, you do need to be humble because lots of people will breeze right by you or step over your guitar case or ask you to turn down or not to play that song again. So you have to develop a very thick skin. But there's also an incredible amount of positive feedback. When you see little children dancing or old ladies that come and listen to you in the same spot every single week and stay for the whole show. And the people that come up and talk to you afterwards and say how much they were moved by your song, like with tears in their eyes. It's like, wow, I just sang a song, but it really touched this person's heart and changed their day. So I made some fans for life and friends for life playing on the street. And it's incredible. There's so many things that you don't even know could possibly happen until you put yourself out there and try and offer something to the community. And I think a lot of musicians, and I count myself in this, have spent too much time being afraid of what might happen and not excited about what might happen. Because there's a lot of uncertainty in any business venture. But there should be at least as much excitement as fear in that. And if you prepare something, it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be sincere and it has to have some value. And you take it to people. When you deliver it, you go through that process of trial and error, finding what works, what doesn't, and improving every time. And good things always come of that.